Welcome everybody to the video where I talk about the TDS new balancing update alongside this. And to be honest, I was in shock and awe about how horrible and disgusting it is. All right. First off, with the starter towers, one nerf is that they made shotgunner a starter tower. Disappointing. It used to cost 2,500 coins. That's how much I got it for. And now it's a starter tower. Alright, let's talk about this. Paintballer becomes a lot more spammable with a change to its placement footprint size to differentiate for Demoman. Splash hammer capabilities with max hits and splash radius were buffed. Primarily balanced off of being a super cost-effective tower for early game use. Costs more and total DPS has been slashed as a result. Cost and total DPS has been slashed. God damn. Alright, so you can now. It costs 100 to place, making it the best bait tower. Oh, yeah, and also has a smaller footprint. It deals 1 damage, shoots slower, more range, max hits. Upgrades have been in total gotten cheaper. The range, splash radius, and max hits have been increased. The fire rate has also been increased to shoot slower. Oh well, they actually at least buffed the tower. Okay, Demo Man has been buffed splash wise to be able to hold it against Soldier and Militant. I remember when Militant was 2,000 coins. Alright, so placement has been is now cheaper. It attacks slower, has more range, and better splash radius. It costs more. The fire rate has been reduced to 2 seconds. It has more range and still has the same splash radius because, well, it was buffed from level 0. Alright, so, oh wait, I accidentally got distracted, my bad. Alright, so this one, price increased, and level 2, just splash radius has been changed. Level 3, price increased, which kinda sucks. Level 3 is actually very good for Demo Man. Oh well. More damage, attacks faster, and more splash radius. Alright, the final level. The DPS was probably unchanged with this because of this. A bit more range and a better splash radius. So the Demo Man, in my opinion, has gotten a buff. Soldier got a buff too. More range, better burst cooldown, cheaper, attacks faster. Some prices have been increased too, but oh well. It now has fly detection on level 4. Very good, very good. Okay, Militant, you just. What do you mean de facto early game? Oh my god, this is genuinely disgusting. Dude, this thing was not that far away from doing 100 DPS. Now it attacks every 0.15 seconds. And if I do the math correctly, it probably would deal like less than 70 DPS. Yeah, I had to calculate with my fingers. Alright. Now this one is probably the worst one in my opinion. Shotgunner has been shifted to the starter category and tweaked such in order to combat overlapping roles with Assassin and help with new player progression. Usage is moved into mid-late game with powerful crowd control, becoming a more reliable as it is upgraded. All right, you gave it a limit, a placement limit. That's immediately a nerf. It costs more to place, does more damage, shoots faster, doesn't do more damage because bullet count has been reduced, and the spread is bigger. Why is the spread bigger? Oh well. Level 1 has its price increased. It now deals extra damage, still attacks every second, while everything else is the same. Level 2 costs more, damage extra, still the same fire rate, and bullets have been increased. Very good. Level 3 costs more, and just gets a bit more damage and attacks faster. And last level, Last level is what pisses me off. It now costs 10,000, gets extra damage, good, shoots faster, good. Bullet count has been reduced to 9. Oh, wait, that's kind of above. Yeah, my bad, I kind of overreacted. Alright. Intermediate tower. Why the fuck is Hunter here? Why did he. Huh? Wait, it used to cost 200? I got it for 800. Oh well. Hunter has been changed to an intermediate tower to allow tower to have best possible stats it can receive with the lack of mechanics it has. With the cost and damage adjustments, it now serves arguably as a beginner's first DPS choice. If you want a beginner's first DPS choice, you shouldn't pick Hunter. If you want a DPS, use Militant or Shotgunner. Alright. Now you can place less of these. Its starter price has been increased massively. Deals a crap ton more damage, shoots slower. You might as well just use a sniper at this point. More range. Yeah. Level 1 costs more, same damage, shoots faster, same range. Level 2, it moved its hidden detection to level 3. Okay. Level 2 increased its damage and extra range. Level 3 increased its price. Sorry. Okay. More damage, shoots faster, and more range. Level 4, 20k. It deals 225 damage, fires every 1.8 seconds, but has bit less range. So they just basically made a ground sniper with no lead detection. Oh my god. I would actually use this tower if it had lead detection in hardcore. Like, if it had lead detection, I would use it in hardcore. That would make the tower very good. I would not need to rely on sniper or ranger for lead balloons. Anyways, Krug boss has been shifted to late game DPS. With its general price at DPS increases, its ability to spawn stackable units lends itself to being a worthy DPS in the late game when utilized properly. Alright, Pistol Goon. It spawns faster, it lives longer, has more health, attacks faster, but less range. Oh well. Tommy Goon. It spawns much faster, has way less lifespan, has a smaller limit, more damage, more range, and more health. Very good. But the upgraded one, all the stuff is the same, except it has more health. Its damage is severely. TDS thinks we're gonna use Tommy Goon for goddamn health. It's not a military base. Oh yeah, I just remembered. I saw a message from one of the developers saying TDS was never meant to be balanced around solo. We have to play solo. Some of our teammates suck. Yeah, some of our teammates are actually kind of cheeks. Anyways, level 0. Price has been tripled. Damage has been increased to 10 and now has more range. It also has early flight detection. Very good. Level 1 costs 1,200. Damage is slightly increased. It attacks faster. While range is, of course, still increased because of the last level. Level 2 costs 3,650. Deals 24 damage every 0.6 seconds. And the range is now 17. Who uses regular Krug boss for DPS, by the way? I just had to point it out. Anyways. Level 3 costs 13,750. It now deals 24 damage, attacks every 0.18 seconds, buff, and has more range. Level 4, 30k, 28 damage, and nearly 19 range. No! Okay, Assassin. With Shotgun out of the picture, Assassin has been buffed to reach its fullest potential as an early game specialist. So apparently they My god, TDS, why? Why? What's the point? Make Assassin a beginner tower. That's where it belongs. Anyway, level 0 has been increased to 300. It deals 3 damage and attacks slightly faster. Level 1 costs more but doubles its damage. Level 2 costs less, halves its damage, increases its attack speed, and doubles its wind whirl damage. Level 3 costs 2400, reduces its damage by 10, makes it attack every 0.35 seconds, and the whirlwind damage is increased to 21. Level 4 cost has been reduced, damage has been reduced, fire rate has been reduced, range has been reduced, whirlwind damage has been increased, whirlwind range has been increased, and knives damage has been decreased. Okay. Alright. Pyromancer's defense capabilities have been buffed. Bigger, just basically whatever. I'm not reading those. Those just waste my time. Anyways, it now deals more. No, it costs more, has more range. Burn damage has been increased. Burn time has been increased to 4 seconds, and defense melt is now 1 on level 0. Pretty good buff. Alright. Level 1 cost has been reduced. Fire rate has been reduced. Range has been increased. Burn damage has been increased. Burn tick time has been increased. Ew. Burn time has been increased. If I remember correctly. Oh, it's still the same. Nothing changes. Anyways, Pierce is now 4 instead of 3. Why does it have Pierce? Anyways, level 2 has been, cost is now 915. Fire rate has been reduced. Range has been increased. Burn tick has been increased. Burn time has been increased. Oh yeah, those 3 are just the same. Level 3. It now costs more, does more damage, attacks faster. You know what? I'm gonna ignore fire rate. It has more range, more burn damage. Burn tick has been increased to 1 second still. Burn time has been increased to 8 seconds, which, if I do the calculations correctly, is a nerf. Because this was 10 ticks. This is 8. Yeah, Pierce has been increased. Alright, cost has been decreased, damage has been increased, range has been increased, burn damage has been increased, burn time has been slightly increased, defense melt has been increased, and now the last level. The cost has been increased, range has been increased, burn damage has been increased, pierce has been increased. Okay. To keep up with balancing and make up for DJ Booth. Oh yeah, DJ Booth got changed. Alright. Ace Pilot's placement cost has been decreased, has more range. Level 1 costs more, like barely, has more range. But this would probably be a deadly number in hardcore. Because from what I know, this whole balancing change was so awful, it gave strat makers a heart attack. Anyways, level 2 costs way more, does more damage, and the splash radius has been slightly increased. Level 3 costs less, has more range, splash damage has been increased, and yeah. Alright, level 4 costs less, deals less damage, has a higher splash radius. Level 5 costs more, deals more damage, has 10 range, splash damage is 45, and splash radius is 3.5. So overall, it has gotten a higher DPS aside level 4, but the cost has been mostly increased. Alright. Medic. You can now place less medics. Uber 1 and 2 lasts more, and Uber 2 has a higher damage buff. Overall, some levels have had their prices decreased, and the shield recharge speed has been increased to 4 seconds. Oh my god. This is my least favorite balancing change. No, probably second least favorite. They changed farm, which I'm sure in many people's opinions has been perfectly balanced, and now it has this. What is this supposed to be? You made level 3 not good anymore. You can place 12, good. The price of level 1 has been increased to 300. Level 1 increased to 250. Level 2 price has been decreased by 50, and so did income get decreased. Price of level 3 has been increased, income decreased. Level 4 price decreased. Level 5 price decreased. But look at this. You now make 350 less dollars from level 5, which, if I do the math correctly, it now actually costs more in farms to be able to make the farms make as much as 8 level 5 farms did before the balancing change. I did the math, yes. I did in fact do the math. And from what I discovered, you need 11 farms to, like, you need 11 farms to make more money than 8 level 5 farms before the balancing change. Which technically means farm has been nerfed. Yeah, it has been nerfed technically. Alright, electroshocker. With Tesla's release, electroshocker has been moved. Oh my god. This is also one of my least favorite changes. Intermediate category. It costs slightly less coins. Limit has been increased to 10. Placement has been decreased to 425. Attacks faster, more range. Max hits is now 1, so it's just basically an expensive scout. Basically a more expensive golden scout with less range. No, seriously. This thing is now just an more expensive golden scout with less range. Level 1 price has been decreased, damage has been increased, range is still 10, and yada yada. Like, what have they done to Electroshocker? This thing used to be one of my favorite early game towers. It gained hidden detection but lost flying detection. Ew. Level 2's price has been increased, damage is now 8, has a bit more range, but still this. It's just a golden scout but worse. Dude, what's the point of using Electroshocker now? You back then you could use it as like an early game stunner. Now it's just the worst golden scout. They removed flying detection on the whole tower. I loved Electroshocker so much. Now it's awful. Level 3's price has been increased, damage has been increased, it attacks faster, and this has been removed. Okay. You just buffed its early game to remove. Okay, so according to this whole typing thing, they removed its score ability technically, so that it would be good in early game. Is this good early game? This is not good early game. They nerfed Electroshocker to the ground in order to make Tesla have more uses. They should have just not added Tesla at all. It's just a glorified Electroshocker. Like, you can only place 2 Teslas in solo. You can place 4 Electroshockers, and I'm sure they did better. Alright, I'm sorry for yapping. Level 4. Costs more damage, attacks slightly faster, more range, hits are now just 2. It shocks for for less than a duration of a blink and no longer has defense. Cheers. Level 5 has had its damage increased, no price increased, damage doubled, fire rate decreased, more range, max hits is just 3. It shocks for the same length as it takes to blink. And defense melting has been increased to just 25. Use Pyromancer for that. I'm still mad about it. I'm not reading that, I already showed y'all. Mortar has been changed. Mortar's new compressed limit allows for each individual mortar to be stronger. Oh my god. Okay, so now it has a larger footprint and you can only place 3. Level 0 cost 1000, more damage fortunately, more range, but reduced splash radius. Damn, I'm talking a lot. Level 1 costs more, same attacks faster, more range, and yeah. Level 2 costs more damage, and less splash radius. Level 3 costs more damage, and more range. Level 4 costs more damage, more range, more cluster count, but less cluster damage. Level 5 uh, costs more damage, more more range, and cluster damage has been decreased. Sentry or turret, uh, it just got a slightly more range. Why? That's just so pointless. Make it do 1 more damage instead. Everyone would love that. Okay. Mercenary base has been heavily adjusted to play much faster with unit nerfs to compensate alongside a price increase and damage boost nerf to curb some support and snowballing potential. Unit limits have been removed. Mercenary base is now balanced around the 2 unit lifespans to allow for more freedom in unit choice to simplify its mechanics. Unit wave time has been increased on all units. This means that units will remain stationary for longer after enemies leave their range, which makes stacking units more consistent. Okay. Less spawn rate. No, so smaller spawn rate, decreased lifespan, decreased spawn. Level 1 has more health and less damage. No one wanted that. And this one. Disgusting! Alright, Grenadier. Spawn rate has been decreased, lifespan has been decreased, damage has been decreased, fire rate has been decreased. Ignoring these two, it has damage has been decreased, fire rate has been increased, and explosion radius has been increased. And all of this is just made it worse. Less damage, faster, higher fire rate, and less range. Riot Guard, which alongside the Grenadier is one of my favorite Riot Guard. One of my favorite units, even though I barely use a mercenary base. All right, ignoring these two. Oh my god, he can only live for 1 minute. Less health. Less health. Ew. Alright. Field Medic lives less, and less health. At least the cooldown for this one has been decreased. And its damage buff has been curb stomped. With a price increase. Cowboy was compressed, focusing on income production and damage at later levels for earlier levels. Economy. You can only play 6. Nerf. Okay. It costs less, does less damage, attacks faster, more range, less income, and higher spin duration. Level 1 has less damage, attacks faster, more range, and less income. Level 2 costs less damage, attacks faster, more range, and less income. Level 3 price increased, more damage, slower attack. Give me a second. Faster instincts. Attack slower. Oh my god, that's awesome. Look at this. Damn, TDS devs are silly. Anyways, level 4 costs more damage, slower attack, less range, and more income. Level 5 costs way more damage, more range, and less income. Commander receives buffing adjustments, cutting its fire buff in exchange for higher range and damage. I want you to make it do 1 damage at max level, but make its fire rate buff 65% if you're using this logic. You better make call to arms last longer. No, you just made it weaker in the exchange of making it so you could place more. Sport caravan. Less damage for the less health and less damage for the gunners. Missile APCs. You remove their flying detection, reduce their health, and reduce their damage. You made players easy. You made it easier for players to realize that y'all absolutely crippled this tower. This is just sad. This is just sad. Like, look at this especially. 20% fire rate buff from call to arms. At least you can make it stack. But you didn't. You didn't make it stack. Anyways, level 0, placement cost has been decreased. No longer has the hidden and flying detections. Range has been increased and less fire rate. Level 1, price has been increased and that's it. Level 2, price has been decreased, damage has been increased, range has been increased. Level 3, price decrease, damage increase, range increase. Level 4, price decrease, damage increase, range increase. Okay, I don't care if you made it have 100 DPS. I want its old call to arms buff back. If I remember correctly, I am very certain it now deals less. It now has reduced the attack. Oh my god, ignore the ad. I am not sponsored. Please ignore the ad. I forgot to shut it off. Alright, as I said, this is a nerf. It now makes it now like increases the fire rate less. It's 40% instead of 50%. If you don't think that's a nerf, something's wrong with you. Anyways, let me just fix my screen real quick and get back to the board itself. Adjusted. You cripple the tower. It's not adjusted. You actually just crippled the tower. You crippled supports. Alright. Drop the beat. Range track. Max hits decrease. Max hits decrease. Knockback decrease. Max hits decrease. Damage track. Defense smell decrease. And the felt smell cap decrease. And that's for all of the levels. The only pro is that they made a placement cheaper. But it's Trinity buffs. Which is what people adored about the tower. Is that you can select a specific type of buff while the other buffs still apply. Now it's nerfed. Look at this. Dude, you could have back then you could set it to eco boost and have a 10% damage boost inactive for no extra charge. Now you need to bring 2 DJs for that. Okay, so they just made a level 4 cost less and have less DPS. Okay. Ranger. Oh my. Why? Why? Just why? Just why have you did this to Ranger? You can place one more. Okay, level 0 has more damage, attack slower, more range. Level 2 has level 2 just decreases its fire rate. Level 1, I mean, level 2 price increase, damage increase, fire rate increase, range assist has been decreased. This sucks. This balancing sucks. Level 3, price has been increased, damage has been increased, fire rate has been increased, and yeah. And level 4, oh buddy, level 4. This thing now deals like slightly more than 100 DPS. Okay. Price decrease, damage decrease, fire rate increase, explosion damage increase. Now it can only hit one max hit, which basically means that if the explosion hits the enemy that ranger is targeting, the explosion will only be to that enemy, and that's it. What's the point? What's the point of that? Pursuit has been retooled to have more unique gameplay. Early levels receive general buffs as well as the reposition ability, reduced to 10 seconds. Very good. Cheaper alternative splash. I don't care. Huh? Oh my god. The reduced range. At least you can place 6 of them now. Alright. Patrol. The patrol detection range for a top path has been crippled, while the bottom path has been raised slightly. Yeah, at least the speed's good. Who cares? Okay. Placement price has been increased. Damage is now higher. Fire rate is lower. Less range. More ammo. More reload time. I remember how controversial Militant was with the reload, and now people are fine with it. The irony. Right. Level 1 costs has been increased. It now has more damage. It's fire rate is like, and that's just it. All right. Level 2 price has been increased, fire rate has been decreased, range has been decreased, ammo has been increased, reload time has been decreased. Level 3 less range, less ammo, reload time increased, explosion damage reload time decreased, explosion damage increased, explosion radius increased, and so did missile cooldown get decreased. Okay, top path of level 4, price increase, rev up time is now 0, has been damage increase, fire rate increase, range decreased, ammo decrease. Why? Explosion damage increase, explosion radius increase, and missile cooldown increase. Ew. Bottom path price has been decreased, fire rate has been decreased, range has been decreased, ammo has been decreased, reload time has been decreased, explosion damage has been increased, explosion radius has been increased, missile cooldown has been increased. Top path price has been increased, no more rev up time, more damage, less range, less ammo. Reload time has been increased, explosion damage has been increased, missile fire rate has been increased, missile cooldown has been increased. Bottom path, now cheaper, less damage, faster fire rate, less ammo, less reload time, explosion radius is bigger, cooldown of missiles is also increased. So they overall didn't increase the missile damage much, except for 4B. Now Golden Towers. Okay, Golden Scout. No more placement limit, very good. I'm still sad about the level 4. Overall, I don't mind it much. At least they decreased the price of it. But I'm still sad about the fact that it's 35 damage on level 4. Maximum potential was underestimated. I used to love Golden Soldier. Now he's eh. Okay. Price. Placement decrease, range decrease, burst count decrease, cooldown decrease. Price decrease, range decrease, burst count decrease, burst cooldown decrease. Level 2, price decrease, burst decrease, and burst cooldown decrease. Level 3, more damage, cheaper, attack slower. Level 4, why does it cost this? They just got lazy with the prices. They were so busy focusing on the War Machine rework, they decided to make a soldier cost this. Damage increase, range decrease, and the fire rate increase. Ew. Golden Pyromancer. Price decrease, range increase, burn time increase, burn damage increase, defense melt increase. Okay, this. Price decrease, fire rate decrease, range decrease, increase, burn damage increase, burn tick increase, burn time increased, damage melt increase, and pierce increase. I'm not gonna read burn time because my voice is kinda getting tired. Okay, level 2, price increase, and yes, that's it. Level 3, price increase, damage increase, range increase, burn time, burn damage increase, burn time increase, defense melt increase, and pierce increase. Level 4, price increase, damage increase, burn damage increase, burn time increase. Now just burn forever. More like just 6 minutes, but what map is 6 minutes long? Overall, very good. Defense melt increase and the pierce increase. Okay, level 5 costs this weird number now. More damage, more range, more burn damage. Ooh, fresh. Defense melt increase and pierce increase. I ain't reading that. Like, okay. Mid and late game. Why? Okay, Pistol Goon. Everything has been buffed except range, which has been decreased. Tommy Goon. The spawn rate has been decreased, lifespan decreased, the limit. It's not good if you can get less of this. More damage and more range. This one. They crippled the level 1 Tommy Goon unit. More health, less damage, higher fire rate, and more range. The only buff is that he gains flying detection on level 0, but costs a lot. He's now not a good hidden detection alternative anymore. Like, come on. Hang on a second. Sorry, personal issues. Anyway, as I was saying, level 0 price has been increased, so did damage. Fire rate has been decreased and more range. Level 1, price increase, damage increase, fire rate decrease, and range increase. Level 2, price increase, so like it costs 7,000 to get hidden detection on this guy. They crippled it. I used to love its hidden detection capabilities. Now look at it. They just make prices stupid numbers at this point. It used to be fair, now it's stupid. Anyways, as I was saying, level 2, more damage and more range. Level 3, price has been increased, more damage, faster fire rate, and more range. Level 4, more range, higher cost, higher damage, and higher fire rate. Yeah. What do I care? 6 for screw you. Okay, level 0, less damage. Ooh, I did not know your game like that, TDS. I'm sorry. Income decrease, spin duration increase. Level 1, costs more, attacks faster. That's nuts. That's very fast. I don't know why they did that. Okay, range increase, income decrease. Level 2, He gets hidden detection now. Very good. Price increase, damage decrease, fire rate, range increase, and income decrease. Level 3. Costs more damage, attack speed slower, level more range, and higher income. Level 4 costs to 7,500, more range, more damage, faster fire rate, and less range. My voice is starting to feel iffy. Level 4, no, level 5 costs more damage, faster fire rate, and more range. Okay. No more limit finally. Price 2k. No, price has been decreased. Rev up time has been decreased. Damage has been decreased, and the range has been increased. Level 1, cheaper, fast, cheaper attacks faster, more range, and less damage. Level 2, costs less, uh, has a has a better rev up time, less damage, a faster attack, and more range. Level 3 costs 9,001. 9,000, it's over 9,000 reference in the Big 26, it's crazy. Anyway, as I was talking, rev up time has been decreased, range has been increased. Level 4 has gotta be the most controversial thing about this tower because why 18,624? Why 18,624? What's the point? Why? Why did you make this so specific? Okay, but still, it's a price decrease. A better rev up time. Damage has been greatly reduced. Yeah, 11 damage decrease is awful. Attacks slightly faster and more range. You can now place 10 brawlers. They cooldown is now, their reposition is now 15 seconds. Level 3 damage has been increased, but level 4 and 5 has been heavily decreased. I hate this. Same thing with this. Level 0, cheaper, attack slower, less range. Level 1, cheaper, less damage, attack slower, and less range. It loses its level. It loses hidden detect. No, it doesn't get in hidden detection at level 2. Is now cheaper, less damage, less fire rate. No, higher fire rate. Final hit damage has been decreased. Range has been decreased. Level 3. Cheaper, more damage, attack slower, more range. Final hit is now 33, and the combo cooldown is 0.6. Cheaper, less damage, attack slower, less range. Final hit is now 51. Level 5. It now costs. Just make it 9,900 or 10,000. Don't make it this. Less damage, more range. Final hit is now 100. Combo cooldown 0.4. Knockback force is 35. Gem price tag. I forgot how much it costs. Damn, they actually wanted to make its placement 4. Alright. Raise the dead ability. Summon delay is now 0.5. Build delay is now 0.5. Gravestone 1. Skeleton unit chance is now okay, so skeleton unit is now 25%. Sword skeleton is now 58.33% chance. Giant skeleton unit. Oh, they added giant skeletons. Nice. Sword skeleton. Very cool. Alright, level 2. All has been decreased except now it has hollow guard. Giant skeleton limit has been increased. Sword skeleton limit has been decreased. Hollow guard unit is now 1. Level 3, it just level 3 means that skeleton knight, there can be 5 skeleton knights instead of 6, and hollow guard can now be 3. Skeleton unit. Very nice. Sword skeleton. Unlock the level 1. More health, more damage, faster fire rate, less range, and slower. Who cares about their speed? Honestly, who cares about their speed? Giant skeleton. It's now level 2. Speed has been increased, and ooh, 1500. Sorry. Skeleton Knight. Health increase, damage increase, fire rate decrease. Very nice. Range decrease, speed decrease, who cares? And more now has defense. Okay, Hollow Guard. More health. That's a nerf. Executioner. Double damage, double fire rate. More range. Please make it speed 1. I want it slow so that it has potential to deal more damage. At least you gave it defense. Oh my god. 4,200? Whatever. Now it deals more damage, attacks faster. It needs 105 souls. Has 23 range. Projectile speed has been increased. Max graves and spawn count has been increased to 3. Level 2. No, level 1. 3,950. More damage, faster fire rate, more range. No more pierce. More souls, projectile speed 75. Max graves 3. Spawn count 3. Level 2. Way higher price. More damage, faster fire rate, more range, no more pierce. Souls has been increased. Projectile speed has been increased. Level 3. Higher cost. Damage has been increased. Range has been increased to 28. Pierce is now still 1. Souls is 540. Why did you remove the pierce? It literally is the only thing that was carrying the insane soul. Projectile speed. Level 4. Ooh. Lead detection. It has lead detection now. Wonderful. Price has been increased a lot. It's now 65k. If I do the math correctly, it now costs 100,000 to max the guy out. More range and more souls. Oh, accelerator. Oh, do I have a word about the accelerator? This thing used to be my favorite DPS option alongside turret. But now it's awful. It's now very bad. I'm still here. Placement footprint increased, limit decreased, placement price. Okay, I'm gonna ignore stun immunity. It's cool, but I don't care about it right now. Price increased, damage increase, range increase, charge time. Ranger attacks faster than this dude charges up. And why is the overheat now 9,000? Level 1, price increase, range increase, and 11k overheat. Every level overheat increases. Level 2, 4,800, more damage, more range. Level 3, I hate this. More range. Level 4, price increase, more damage, more range. Laser cooldown is now 1 second. So it still takes 6.5 seconds to charge. But back then, no. But on level 3, after it stopped attacking, it took it 9 seconds to start attacking again. That's a major nerf. That's a major nerf. Now it makes this tower awful against fast enemies. Anyways, level 5. It now costs more, meaning it 100% costs over 100k to max it. Damage has been crippled. Range has been increased. Charge time. I hate this number so much. Why is it so high? Anyways, I show what I need to show. Yeah, 100k overheat damage. Dude, it needed to stop locking onto enemies. Now you made it more prevalent. You just nerfed the accelerator. I hate this. I hate this so much. I genuinely hate this. I can't even use accelerator anymore. I love the tower. Now it's awful. Ugh. Okay, pistol sentry. Double damage attack slower. Rifle sentry. Now gets hidden detection. Costs less scrap. 1 damage. Attacks faster. Minigun sentry. Less scrap, more health, attacks lower. Level 0 it has flying detection alongside level 1. Level 2 it now spawns rifle sentries and price increase, less damage. I hate it. Why 77? Damage increase to 20. Level 4 it's now minigun sentry. It costs more, less damage, less units, no shield. Level 5 more damage, cheaper. Level 6 cheaper. Removed conversion cooldown. All enemies killed while hacker targets them are converted consistently. If so, like if hacker is looking at a enemy like the lasers and stuff, and a different tower kills the enemy, is it still converted or no? Oh well. Level 0 costs less, doesn't deal damage anymore, attacks faster for some reason, more slowness. It now slows down and has wire fraud. Conversion EV has been decreased. I forgot what that means. Level 1 cheaper. Level 1 cheaper, attacks faster, better slowness, and better wire fraud. Level 2 increased to 1337. I hate that. Doesn't do damage, better wire fraud, and the conversion EV is whatever. Level 3 less damage, but finally does damage. Better slowness, better wire fraud, and the conversion EV is ass. Level 4 costs more, better synapse, better wire fraud, and the conversion EV is whatever. Level 5 top path, more damage, less synapse. I think synapse is like those 3 lines that make the hacker do more damage. Anyways, wire fraud is now better, and no, it's not. Bottom path. Price has been heavily increased, damage has been increased, synapses have been increased, slowness decreased, wire fraud increased, and we already know about this. Okay, so they just finally changed Gladiator. Okay, very cool. Warrior Skull has been increased to 60%. Hang on a second. As if anyone cares. I kinda care. That's actually a major buff. Level 0, it costs more to place down, deals more damage, attacks faster, more range, less pierce, and parry cooldown is on 1.25 for the rest of the levels. Level 1 costs more damage, attacks faster, and yeah. Level 2 costs more damage, and that's it. Level 3 costs more damage, attacks way slower. So they're just gonna make bro a non-stunning sledger. More range, more pierce, and that's it. Level 4 costs way more, has more damage, attacks slower. Why is the number so specific? Oh well. Has increased range, increased parry, and yeah. Level 5 costs so much more, has a lot of has more damage, attacks way slower, has 10 pierce, and that's it. You can place down one more executioner. This is probably the first tower with no red along the since turret. Okay. It now you can place one more. The level 0 has is cheaper. You can deals more damage. Level 1 deals more damage. Level 2 deals more damage. Level 3 has a decreased price, increased damage. Level 4 has a decreased price, increased damage. Finally, something good. So much redness. It has a placement limit. Level 0 price decrease, damage decrease, fire rate decrease, pierce decrease, hit slowness, hit and max slowness has been decreased. Slowness time has been increased. No longer freezes. It's not even a frost blast anymore. They're gonna make this tower as good as it was before it got reworked. Level 1 price increase, damage decrease, fire rate decrease, pierce decrease, hit slowness and max slowness decrease, slowness time increase, and freeze time. This isn't a buff. Are you high? Alright, level 2. Price increase, damage decrease, pierce decrease, no longer melts defense. Level 3. Price increase, damage heavily decrease, fire rate decrease, pierce decrease, freeze time decrease, and doesn't defense. Level 4. Cost more damage, fire rate is now 1 second. Nice, 75. Not really nice. That's off. Range is now 27. Pierce has been decreased. Hit and max slowness has been increased. Slowness time has been increased. Race time has been eradicated. Defense builds now 20. It's not even a frost blaster anymore. In technical ways, it's just a slower attacking toxic gunner. Why did this get changed to 3 poison damage? Oh my god, this is the saddest thing I've ever seen. Warlock used to also be one of my favorite DPS towers due to its melee, but my god, it's probably not even the best DPS tower anymore. Level 0, less range, less melee damage. Level 1, less range, less melee damage. Level 2, less range, less knockback force, less melee damage. Level 3, less range, less knockback force, less melee damage. Level 4, higher price, less damage, higher fire rate, less knockback, less bleed stack, and less melee damage. Level 5, costs more, fire rate has been increased, knockback has been decreased, no, range has been decreased, knockback has been decreased, melee damage has been heavily decreased, bleed stack has been decreased. Also, game modes have been changed. Easy mode is now 20 waves. They just made easy mode like the normal mode back then. Intermediate. I'm too lazy to read this. My voice still hurts. We all know hidden wave. Calm down, Sully. Okay, now last but not least, consumable changes. Barricade buffed, airstrike buffed, range flag nerfed, blizzard buffed, nuke heavily buffed, molten monster sucks. Those are my last words for this video. Oh my god, it's over an hour long. Anyways, thank you for watching Overnight Plagues, and I hope to see you in the next video. Toodles.